distract us with good things that replace God's best. We think because it's good, because it is normal, that it is God, but that's not so. You have to seek God's face to see what God would have us to do. Watch this. Everything that's proper is not purposeful. You can do all the proper things for the wrong reasons. You can attend church without worship. You can serve without loving. You can correct without being Christ-like. Ooh. We good with that. We always want to correct something, but sometimes God will have us to change our language because we're trying to attack the issue with our own many minds instead of seeing what God would have us to do. Don't correct me if you ain't asked God how to do it. Because let me tell you something, you're going to do more damage than good. You can have all the best intentions, but if God ain't tell you to say it, baby, you better shh. Because sometimes God is working on your behalf. And sometimes if you just move in the same vein and flow that God is moving, God will prepare the ground to receive what you have to say. Your problem is you just want to say what you have to say and not understand the ministry that goes behind the words that come out of your mouth. The church cannot become so focused on being right that it stops being loving. Point 3. Grace removes what divides. Verse 31, let all bitterness and wrath and anger and clamor and evil speaking be put away from you with all malice. He says bitterness. Sometimes you find folk that are just so bitter because they have not been healed. They have not received or receive all that God has for them. So they walk around bitter, trying to hurt others because they yet still hurt. Some of us walk around in rage and anger and malice. Notice, these things are not actions. These are things of the heart. Where is your heart? Some of us need a heart transplant. We need to remove this heart of stone and receive a heart of flesh. The church, the family relationship doesn't become divided overnight. Divisions start when we stop trying. Divisions start when we say it's all about me. It starts when we say, I have had enough. When grace leaves the room, that's when division starts. When we stop giving what God has freely given to us. That God has an unlimited supply of grace. And here we are shutting off the valve because of our own feelings and our own hurts and our own pains. Baby, it ain't about your life anymore. When you say I am a child of God, that means I represent him in everything that I do and that I say. And sometimes I don't want to act right sometimes, but God compels me. Like Paul says, I have been persuaded, not death, no life, no principality, no rules in high places. Nothing shall separate me from the love of God. Not even my own grumpy self. Not even my old wounded self. Not even with all of my hurts, all of my disappointments. Let me get out of God's way so that God can have his way. Let me decrease that God may increase in me. But see, for some of us, that's hard because all we have known is our own miserable selves. Why are you so mad? Why are you so angry?